We are kicking off this thrift with me with a bang. This is one of my favorite designers to find and resell, which is Jenny Kane. Her stuff is fairly expensive retail, and it also has a strong resale value. So I've sold a number of shoes and sweaters by that designer, and it should sell for anywhere about $200 to $250 is my guess. This is a pair of boots by Blvd. Blvd has 3 different lines, and the one that's spelled out on the tag is the higher end line. These were cute, but they were marked up a little bit more than the other pair of shoes, and the comps look like I should only be able to get about 30 to 40. I just didn't think it was worth it for that investment price. So, and keep in mind, this was my first store and the beginning of my day, so I left those. Here's a sweater by the brand Varley. I've sold this one a couple times, and I think I have one that's been sitting for a while. This is full price at $10, which is pretty steep. And this is definitely a brand I'll pick up at the bins if it's in good condition, but at a regular thrift store, I would want to make sure that piece is going to go for a lot, and this one just won't, especially going out of the season. Here's a sweater by Rag & Bone Jean. This felt really nice, almost like it had a cashmere blend to it. I think this one was on discount. We have one color that's 25% off and one that's 50% off. This was not $1 a day, so nothing was $1. But while it did feel nice and I did like the stripe at the bottom, I noticed that there was this significant pull and some pulling on the front, so I decided to leave that. Right, a quick pause on today's Thrift With Me video to shout out today's sponsor, PrimeLister. PrimeLister is the only service that I pay for to help me with my reselling business, and it is a one-stop shop. So if you want to cross-list to another platform, maybe you haven't yet, maybe you want to, or maybe you just want to keep cross-listing in an easy, time-saving way. If you want to relist and delist your items to keep them fresh, if you want to automate some of your Poshmark tasks, because we all know that's really time-consuming and time is money, you can share, you can send offers in bulk, you can do everything that you want with one service. So I tried all the cross-listing services out there, and my one kicker for me with PrimeLister was they wanted my feedback and they constantly make improvements. They just seem very responsive to me, and on top of that, they're the most affordable. So I pay for the annual once every year type of thing, but they do have a monthly option as well. And again, just learning one platform to use for everything is a lot easier than paying multiple platforms and having to kind of go back and forth between a whole bunch. So PrimeLister is the only service that I personally am willing to spend my own money on. And I appreciate them. So if you've been frustrated by Poshmark recently and you're scared to try eBay or Mercari or just try something new, if you've been spending a lot of time doing all the manual sharing and sending offers manually, and you just want one place that can kind of help you with all of that, to me, it's well worth every penny. And if you don't want to spend money, but you want to try it out, there's a link down below. Highly recommend trying it out. If you already use another cross-listing service, I highly recommend giving this a try. Every little bit of money I can save is great. Also, they keep it simple. They don't nickel and dime me for everything. They just have 2 levels, and it's the most affordable option out there, which is really meaningful to me. So if you want to try PrimeLister, I highly recommend. It's the only service I have ever recommended, and there's a link down below for you to try. So PrimeLister, thank you for supporting me and this channel. Let's get back to thrifting. Lots more to find. Here's a brand I haven't found in a long time. It's a Los Angeles brand called One Gray Day. It's a little hard to read. And the 2 times I've tried to sell this, it took quite some time and it didn't really sell for all that much. The style is cute. I don't know. It's kind of up my alley of just throwing over a t-shirt and wearing it with some jeans, but at full price, it's definitely not worth it. Okay, can we just talk about how amazing this find is? So these are Jenny Kane's shoes. I've sold her shoes, 2 pairs of her shoes before, and I've sold a couple sweaters. The comps for this exact style, so there's the name. The comps for this exact style are between $150 and $300 for a pair, and they're actually in pretty good shape on the bottom. So these cost me $8. Really great start. I'm going to go into another Goodwill and see if I can find some more stuff on this rainy, gloomy day. I was pretty excited to see this pineapple print on this Adidas jacket. Some Adidas items are pretty desirable. This is a size XL, and when I did a Google Lens search, I actually found out that this is the Adidas and Farm Rio collab. So they did a number of items that actually resell for quite a bit. I did notice the staining on the sleeves, but I wasn't really worried about that. It looked like I should be able to get it out. And spoiler, I did get the stains out, which is great. They did have this marked up. Whoops, trying to get out of the employee's way. They did have this marked up, which I don't blame them. It's just such a fun print. I do have a 15% off coupon, which brings it down a little bit, but because of the size and because some of the comps are selling for over $100, I decided it was worth picking up. And so yeah, I'm pretty excited about that one. I did pick up 2 items that I was going to try on for myself, and if they didn't work for me, I was just going to resell them. I wouldn't pick these up at full price just to flip, but sometimes I do that if I just want to try on items we can't try on in stores. So this just kind of works for me. This is Dolan, which is Anthropology. It's a size large, and I thought it was kind of a nice piece that could be dressed up or down. I decided not to keep it, so I am going to flip that. I probably won't get a huge return, but it's a good size at least. Here's another Anthropology size large. It's the Hey Hey or Hee Hee brand. I just thought this was a great casual piece, kind of a shirt, jacket, lightweight jacket, kind of a shacket. So again, full price, I would not have picked this up if I wasn't trying it on, but I thought it was worth it to try on for me, and I'm selling it. So, and then I did find a pair of boots. These are kind of a suede, kind of has a strap ankle buckle kind of area. The heel was in good condition and light signs of wear to the suede. Here I am trying to show you and failing miserably while I drop the phone because things are hard. But it's Tory Burch. They were a larger size. I think these are a 10 or an 11. And while they were marked up a little bit, I did have that 15% off coupon, and I did find the style. It looks like I should be able to get about $50, which is not bad. So I decided to grab those. All right, here's an expensive brand called Transit Par Such. It's an Italian designer. And while the retail is fairly high, the comps are definitely mixed for a lot of items and fairly low. I think it just kind of sits for a lot of people. So some people let it go for a lot cheaper. It was, I think, on discount, but because it was white and it just worried me with this kind of raw hem. Maybe there was a stain. I just didn't think it was worth picking up. And I did kind of confirm with the comps it wasn't going to get much. So I put that back. Sometimes I do that. I go back and forth to pause to look things up on Google search. But here is a fun sweater by Zadig and Voltaire. I really like selling this brand at times if it's in good condition. This sweater actually probably would have done pretty well, but there was definite significant pilling, and I just don't like bringing home projects, especially if I'm paying full thrift store prices. It just wasn't worth it for me. So now maybe if that was back there on Dollar Day, I would probably grab that and then put in a little bit of sweater shaving, but kind of too bad. It was well loved, and hopefully someone can grab that and kind of bring it back to life. Here is let's see, this is one I grabbed. This is Theory XL. I knew it was kind of more of a men's size, so I did confirm with Google Lens that this is a men's sweater. It felt so soft. It was full price, and Theory is definitely a risky buy for that price, but I believe this retailed for around $400. I can't remember. But I did find the stock photos. It has this kind of subtle stripe on the side, each sleeve, and just that hood, the softness, the great condition. I decided to grab that, and I'll probably get somewhere around that 40, maybe up to 50. Here's a Lululemon, and I was just looking for the logo, and sadly, I also found some holes. Some people might see this as just a quick little fix. I don't fix items. It's not quick for me. And I just don't want to buy projects, especially at thrift store prices. So this was on sale, and now I understand why. So maybe someone else can get some use out of it and repair that. But here's a really soft sweater. Again, I know we're kind of leaving sweater season, but I do have a lot of success with good return on sweaters. I'm having a hard time finding the brand on this one, but I eventually found the material tag. This is Acne Studios, and it does have the name, the style on there. So I was able to look that up in the thrift store. I couldn't find this exact style, but I did find comparable ones from the same line, and some of them were selling for over $100. So I decided to grab that at full price. So this next one is an All Saints 100% cashmere sweater. I thought the cropped style and the neutral color kind of had the Y2K kind of schoolgirl look. And so I thought it was a great material, good condition, and it was also on sale. Sadly, when I got this home, I noticed there was a hole that I didn't see in the store. So I returned this item, which I can do at our local Goodwills. So here is an Anthropologie item. It was a larger size, so that's kind of what, made me take a look at it. It's also just this really great style. It's kind of this cardigan that has these, cap short sleeves, very heavy, felt like really good quality. And while it was full price, I decided, I might be able to get a wear out of this or two and then sell it, just because it's a great basic and just a really good item. This is another Anthropologie item, and I thought this just screamed spring. I liked the color blocking. I liked the mint green. I noticed there was a spot on it, but it looked like a surface spot, and the good news is I got that out. So this was on sale, and it was a size medium, but kind of oversized. So I just thought it was cute for spring, and sometimes I like picking those things up when I know they will make someone happy. All right, here's a Free People sweater, and it kind of seemed a little basic until you saw the wrist area and kind of the bottom hem area. It had this fringe all over. It was on sale, which was great, and kind of an older tag for Free People, but I really liked the neutral aspect. I liked the fringe, and I loved the accent on the bottom, so I decided to grab it. Here's a couple that I left behind. Here's an Everlane sweater. Definitely had significant pilling and just was washed a lot. So Everlane, even in good condition, I would probably only get about $25 for that. So I definitely left that behind. And here I am struggling as always. Here's another Anthropologie sweater. Of course, I'm drawn to green, and I really liked the front on this. I thought it was a good spring piece, but honestly, I just thought it was a little too risky. I know not everyone likes green like I do. So after looking at it, I decided to leave it behind at full price. All right, here's a pair of pants that I maybe should have left behind. So you guys can let me know in the comments if you would have grabbed them. But these are Free People. I believe they're a size small. And I just really liked the style, the casual kind of ankle length, paper bag style. They had these marked up, and they were, I believe, on sale. And then I had the coupon. So it was 25% off, I think. And then I had the additional 15% off. I just thought, the paper bag style, these are just such a great spring item, but after getting home and looking up comps, I maybe should have left those, and I'm human. I make mistakes, so I'll still make a profit, just probably shouldn't have gotten them. Here's a pair of Rock Revival. These I was kind of gonna look up, and I decided to throw them in my cart to look at the style, and I noticed the buttons on the back pockets on one back pocket was gone, so I didn't even look them up. But the good thing about Rock Revival is they do have the style name written in, which make it really easy to look things up. All right, I typically don't get a lot of white jeans or pants, but these Madewells had the exposed button fly. I've done fairly well with this style. And we're going into spring and summer. So I just wanted to look them over to see if there were any major stains or concerns. There were a couple fuzz balls, but nothing to worry about. So I decided to grab them just because we are going into the right season. And yeah. All right, here's a brand called Roll Us. It's an Australian brand. I've had decent luck with it. It doesn't move the quickest for me, but it usually does sell. In fact, I sold a top by this brand this week. These are extra high-rise skinny jeans. They had the style name written in on the inside, so I was able to look them up. This isn't going to get the highest dollar, but it should still be able to get about $35 with the size and style. So I decided to grab those. Here's a pair of J. Crew jeans. I actually found two pairs right next to each other. One was new with tags, one wasn't. Both were size 28, and they were both this vintage straight. And looking at the comps, this style of pant or jean by J. Crew does fairly well. The new with tags, there was, I think, one comp that was right around 50 in the same color. And then the blue one without the new with tags, I should still be able to get about 35, maybe up to 40. So I decided to grab those. Again, I had a 15% off coupon, and jeans are just pretty easy to photograph, to be honest. So yeah, I grabbed both of those. Here's a pair of Eileen Fisher jeans. I don't have the best of luck with Eileen Fisher jeans, but these had a really cute ankle zipper and just a fun pop of red. They were also size 10, and while they were marked up just a little bit, I decided to give them a shot. It is a brand I do fairly well with. You know, some of these pants, just a quick steam, it's just so easy to take photos. So yeah, I decided to grab them. All right, after sorting my cart to kind of get things a little more organized, I went back to some tops and sweaters. I found this chaser. It's not the best chaser item I found, but I did think the kind of multicolor star print would photograph well, and it was a decent size. I think it was a medium, so I decided to grab that. Here is a rag and bone. I really liked this top. It kind of had this Swiss dot, kind of textured Swiss dot all over. Sadly, I think there was a stain on it or pilling or something. I think it's pilling. And again, I don't want to bring home a project. So while I did like it a lot, I decided to leave that behind. I found this Matilda Jane top and it was a size large. Honestly, I just thought it was such a perfect top for spring. I just loved the colors, kind of that burnt orange, and it just seemed very boho. It had a little bit of texture. So while I don't have the best of luck with this brand on getting too much, I thought with the size and style that it would maybe move quickly. So yeah, I decided to grab that. Here's another one. It's size large by Matilda Jane, but this one just felt, I don't know, it was very thin. It just didn't have as cute of a print or style. I just definitely didn't think that was worth it. So I decided to leave that one behind. I went over to the men's jackets to see if there was anything interesting, and I spotted this Sandro Paris jacket, kind of a chore style jacket, and that's definitely on trend these days. So while this brand can be hit or miss, or this designer can be hit or miss, and it was marked up, I decided to look up comps. I did a Google Lens search, and I found some that had sold for between $100 to $200. So I decided to grab it. I'm expecting probably right around $100. And yeah, I love the color. I love the style. Very on trend. And I think I already have a few watchers on it, which is great news. All right, that's it for today's Thrift With Me video. Just a quick thank you to Prime Lister for sponsoring this. I had a lot of fun with this Thrift With Me, so I hope you enjoyed. I'm so excited to get everything listed. I think everything should be listed by the time this video goes up. So I will see you in the next video, which will be soon. Bye, guys.